Well, you have probably heard by now that President Trump posted on Truth Social that he is preparing to send military troops into Portland. So you might say to yourself, well, why is he sending troops into Portland? Well, he says that it's a quote-unquote war-ravaged city. Portland is not, Mr. President, a war-ravaged city. He says that he's doing it to protect the ICE facilities. Now, there might be people who, as ICE raids rev up, peacefully protest the raids. They have a right to do that. They have a constitutional right to do that. But the president is apparently planning for this, preparing for this, and is saying that any protesters are paid agitators. They are paid agitators, and they are sent there by Antifa. No, Antifa is an ideology. It's not even an actual organization or even a network of organizations. But this is very nefarious, because what happened the other day is that the president signed an executive order saying that Antifa is an extremist, violent, domestic terrorist organization, which would then give him the right, if he says anyone is Antifa, to do horrible things. Let's all remember, the difference between domestic police forces and military is that domestic police forces are handling law enforcement among the citizens of the United States. Military people are trained to see who they're dealing with as enemies. The people of the United States are not the enemy. Whether you're on the left and you're thinking that about the right, or you're on the right thinking about the left, this is insane. We are not each other's enemies. We are fellow citizens, and nobody gets to own this country, and nobody has a monopoly on truth. And what's going on here, being perpetrated by the narratives and now the behavior of the Trump administration, this is the enemy of our constitutional system. This is the enemy of our rules-based order. We don't allow in this country, or we're not supposed to allow, one man who says, those people are bad, and saying that he will authorize the military to use quote-unquote full force if necessary. He says those paid agitators, those Antifa-linked people are going to be gone, he said. They're going to be gone. These are not just the ravings of a madman. These are the ravings of a madman with the power to tell the U.S. military what to do, because he is the commander-in-chief. The mayor of Portland has said, we don't want you, we don't need you here. The governor of Oregon has said, we don't want you and we don't need you here. The senators who have spoken, the people who have spoken and said, this is outrageous. Nothing is happening in Portland that needs the president to send his military troops in that in any way justifies that. But that's what's happening. Well, that's what he says is going to be happening. Now, when he threatened this in Chicago, and the governor stood up strong, and the mayor stood up strong, he went, I think I'll go to a place where the governors want me. So he says, moves everything over to Memphis, Tennessee, he says. Well, I really hope that we're all really supporting the people in Oregon. But that's what's happening. None of us should take this lightly.